to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 30. My name is Lori. I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan and our two cats Dixie and Daisy. I love to crochet and I'm learning how to knit. You can find all that crochet yarny goodness on Instagram and Ravelry. I am LoriLulu327. There's an email for this podcast. It is LoriLulu327@gmail.com. And there's a Ravelry group for this podcast. It's Lori Lulu Crochet, but there's a link in the description box down below, as well as links to any patterns, yarns that I talk about, all for your ease. I want to welcome any new viewers and returning viewers. Hello again. I'm glad you're here. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? So grab your drink, grab your project. Here we go. So, today is Tuesday. Tuesday, January 28th. I have the day off today because I have to do an airport run. I have to go pick up my sister-in-law at O'Hare. Midway, I'm like, not a problem. I can do that. Because Midway's like 9 miles away. It's pretty easy to get to. O'Hare is a whole nother beast. I'm kind of freaking out about it, but it'll be okay. I can do this. I just want to let you know, because in my last video I noticed that I sounded really nasally and I had a cough, of course. I honestly think my body is rebelling against me because I took it out of its comfort zone. My head is still wobbly. They say that it can last for 2 weeks. Okay. I have noticed it is getting a little better. There were a few parts of my day yesterday where I noticed I don't feel dizzy at all. But then, like, not only am I dizzy, but like my eczema flared up really bad. What else happened? Oh, I've got allergies. Like, my allergies have been bothering me. So now I have this post-nasal drip, which causes me to cough. But I really only cough when I talk, which is great for a podcast and great for when I'm answering my phone at work. So, I've got a cough drop. Hope to keep this at bay while we record this. But they say, you know, like, if the dizziness lasts for more than 2 weeks, you need to go see a doctor. Well, 2 weeks is next week. Next week is the start of tax season. I won't have time to go to a doctor. So, as I move my cough drop to the other side, just pray that it just stops on its own. It's really all I can ask. Yeah. So, for those of you who don't know, who are new to this podcast, I am an office manager at a CPA firm. And tax season is our busiest time. We work extended hours. We work 6 days a week. It's crazy for about 12 weeks. So, I'm not looking forward to this. But that also being said, I think this is going to be my last tax season. So, if you're a praying person, I just ask that you help pray that I would find a new job. I'm not really going to start looking until after tax season, but I'm putting that out there. I'm looking for a new job eventually. So, my word for the year was victory. It is victory. So if you have any victories that you want to share with me, I'd love to hear them. If you want me to share them on the podcast, I will. So there is a victory I wanted to share. It's not mine. It is actually for Ella. Ella is the granddaughter of a lady at church. She was born at 25 weeks gestation. So she's preemie. She has a lot of issues. I mean, it's going to be a long road for this little girl. But the victory is, last week she was extubated. I think that's how you say it. So basically her whole 10-week life has been where she's had a tube down her throat, hooked up to a machine that was breathing for her. They took that tube out. So for the first time in her whole life, she was able to cry. And they posted a video. I wish I could share it with you. But I won't. I don't have the rights to that. But, like, you know, you're usually like, a baby's crying. Oh, you don't. But this was the sweetest sound ever. And then, like, a couple days later, her mom shared a video of her with her hiccups. And it was just so sweet. And so that's a major victory. You know, like, she's breathing on her own for the most part. She still has the nasal cannula, all that, but that's amazing. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Like, God is so good in healing this little girl. She still has a lot to go through, but this is a good start. This is a very good start. I have a victory. It's part of my finished objects. So shall we just get into the yarny stuff? Because I'm excited to share this. I have 2 finished objects. And of course, this one I'm so excited to share with you. It is my socks. I finished a pair of knitted socks all by myself. Well, I can't say all by myself. I did have help from the ladies at Llama Llama Ding Dong, which is my local yarn shop. They helped me get it started and helped me through the heel and all that. So here they are. And these are my placemat sock blockers. My friend Wendy, she was like, why would I spend all that money on sock blockers when I can make them out of a $1 placemat? And then I can use all that money I saved on yarn. I was like, that's a good idea. I like that. So, here are my socks. Oh, I'm so happy with how they turned out. I didn't do them very long. As long as they come up over my ankle, I am okay. Especially during the winter. I like ankle socks. I like shorty socks, no problem. But in the winter, I need something that comes up over my ankle, and this comes pretty far over my ankle, so that will keep me warm, I promise you. So the stats, that's what you need. The yarn that I used for my heels and toes is Lion Brand Sock Ease in the colorway Marshmallow. Tell you what, I do not like this yarn. It splits like crazy, but it's working its purpose. That's really all it is. The colorful yarn, the hand-dyed yarn, is from Dear Dreams. I'll leave a link to her Etsy shop down below. It is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon is her base. The colorway is Dorian Bahamas Relief. You see that there? So yeah, these have not been washed yet or blocked. So hopefully some of that weird stitches will come out of that after blocking. I gotta say though, trying to do I did the Jenny's Surprisingly Stretchy Bind Off. Trying to do that while your brain is still going like this, that's a lot of fun. For the last 20 stitches though, I realized, oh wait, I have a crochet hook that's tiny enough. So I use my crochet hook to knit you have the one loop, you do the yarn over, you knit or you purl the one stitch that you're binding off, and then I would use the hook to pull it through the 2 loops, kind of like if you're finishing a double crochet. that made sense to you at all. I was like, oh, why didn't I do this sooner? Ugh, made my life so much easier. Anyway, yeah, I'm so excited that these are done. One other thing. The pattern that I used was from Knit Picks. It's their 2 at a time, toe up, magic loop socks. I'm not sure if I like that pattern. I wasn't really thrilled with the heel and the way they described the heel. I don't know. But my Make 9 is a chance for me to try different sock patterns, try different heel patterns, all that. So I can learn what I like and what I don't like. And I can tell you I don't like the Knit Picks pattern. So anyway, my socks are done. I'm so excited. Next finished object is my Clifton cowl, which is a design that I'm producing myself. For this yarn, or for this project, the yarn that I used is Barocco Folio. This is all that I have left of the 3 skeins of Barocco Folio. The colorways are Pearl, which is this lovely cream color. We have Bailey, which is a corally orangish color. And we have Tidal, like Tidal Wave, which is this lovely green, sea green color. The Clifton cowl is inspired by my mother and by the author of another famous redhead, which is Anne of Green Gables. The author is Lucy Maud Montgomery. So, that's what it's all explained in the pattern if you want to. But here is my finished Clifton cowl. Ta-da. So last time you saw I was here and I just did the rest of that orange stripe and then the green and then the orange. So let me show you what it will do. Actually, I shouldn't have done that way. Because you want it up over like this. Ta-da! Actually, we'll pull this out a little too. But it is a hooded cowl designed to keep all of this warm. That's what my mother asked for. I looked at different patterns, thought I can make something myself. So, we have the Clifton cowl with my lovely progress keepers hanging from the end. Yeah, and then like when you don't need it to be a hood, it's a nice, cushy, big cowl. Keep you warm. Because my mom lives in Michigan, I live here in Chicago. You need stuff to keep you warm, that's for sure. So, the pattern is pretty much written up. I will need testers, but I'm not going to call for testers just yet. I don't know, kind of like with tax season coming up, we'll see how all of that goes. Anyway, so finish object number 2. So, with that, I finished 2 of my main projects that I've had going. And it's like, well, now what do I do? Let's start 5 more. So, shall we get on with make some progress? The first one I want to show you is a knitted project. This was the first one that I started right after I finished the Clifton cowl. I was like, we're starting this one. So it is the Sockhead Cowl by Kelly McClure. And it is like the Sockhead hat. You use sock yarn and you do ribbing and then you knit, and then rib. So, let me just show you how much I've got done on my Sockhead, Sockhead cowl. The yarn that I am using is from 100 Ravens, and it is 100% merino wool. And the colorway is Starry Night. So of course I put it in my Starry Night drawstring bag. And I have a cute button on it. It says llamacorn on it, because it's a llama unicorn. But here is my caked up. Of course I have a piece dangling. But it's purple and yellow and white, and it is just blowing out. It's just gorgeous. I have a dreary day outside, so I have the lamps on, so my lighting is not the best. The needles that I am using are Chow Goo Twist. They're 3mm needles. And here's my cowl so far. Tell you what, starting a cowl where you have to pay attention to when you're knitting and when you're purling is very difficult. Especially when you are at a knit night at your local yarn shop and everybody's talking. Yeah, so it's a hot mess right now. I'm probably only 6 rounds in, so yeah, got a whole lot done on that. So that's object number 1. Makes in progress. Let me take a quick break. I need some water. Hold on a second. Okay, so far so good. Cough is being held at bay. Thank goodness. As I have to clear my throat. My second make in project that I make in progress. What in the world? Oh boy, it better not start. Again, like all of these I've started within the last few days, so they are not very big. So I started the Ebbing Tides shawl. It is a Sam Squeak design. Uh-oh. I spoke too soon on that. I had done this shawl. I'd started it. I'd started it a few months ago. Wasn't really happy with it. Tore it all out. Got different yarn. Hopefully this will work better. So it is living in my Disney Cruise Line bag. And I tied on the ribbon from the chocolate factory that we went to. So this should bring me all kinds of good memories, even if this shawl design is frustrating me. The yarn that I am using is Rainbow Rhapsody by Yarn Bee, and the colorway is Teal of Fortune. Let's see. And it's using a 3.75mm hook. And, oh, let me drop everything here. You don't want to see the yarn barf, you want to see where the project is, as it's all twisted around my bag. Like I said, I've just started these, so, oh gosh, here we go. Here it is. Oh, I'm showing you the back side. There you go. So yeah, there's my project. So it has this nice cabling up the side, and it's supposed to be like this huge shawl. Excuse me. Anyway, so I have 2 skeins, or 2 cakes of that Rainbow Rhapsody, so hopefully it will become a nice, big, beautiful shawl. What I'm going to do is kind of splice the colors together. So like, here, as I dropped it all on the floor. So like, as it gradiates into the teal and stuff, I will splice the other cake with it. so it'll all be one big gradient. That's the plan. We'll see how that goes. So, making progress, number 2. Number 3 is this is kind of like a unicorn project for me. This is one that I've wanted to start for a long time. Been waiting to do this one. I figured, why not just start it now? Have a shawl project, have a sweater project going at the same time, and then have my knitting stuff too. And a few other things. Why not? I'm doing the Blurred Lines sweater. This is by Deanne Ramsey of the Addie Day podcast. Yeah, I'm starting it. So it's a sweater. I'm putting it in the Year of the Classics, which is a make-along that Hannah from the Cozy Cottage is doing, because this will be a classic that I can wear all the time. It is living in this big bag. It is a shawl bag, but it's a sweater. Essentially because I have 6 skeins of yarn in here. They are all the loops and thread wool-like yarn, which is Michael's version of a fingering weight. What's the content? It is 85% acrylic, 15% nylon. So I have navy, and let's see if I can get the other colors out. Oh, that's the other navy. I have purple, of course, and let me find the other one, red. So let me find where I started. Where are we at? Oh, it's a big mess in here. I will have to figure that out. Okay, so far, all I have is the neckband. So far on this. I have this cute little seahorse as they flip around. Work with me, fingers. There we go. That's to mark the right side of the neckband, so I know which side will be facing out. I started this the other night while I was watching a very stressful basketball game, so hopefully it looks like everything turned out okay. Yeah, so I'm doing loops and thread wool-like yarn. I'm using, for the neckband, you have to use a smaller hook than you will for the rest of the body. For the rest of the body, I'll be using a 3.5mm hook. For the neckband, I use a 3.25mm hook. So, work in progress number 3, as I get all that inside. The next one, this is number 4, and this is all that I have started. I will be starting another one this afternoon, so yeah, I'll tell you more about that later. The next work in make in progress that I have is another Clifton cowl. So basically, this is me trying to make sure that I wrote the pattern correctly. Although it's like, I know what I meant to say, so I'm reading it correctly. But this one will be for me. It will help keep me warm here in Chicago. I'm using Yarn Bee Katarina and the colorway Thistle, which is these gorgeous blues and purples. Love it, love it. And here we are so far. Ta-da! About 8 rows in. 9 rows? Yeah, 9 rows in. So, we got a ways to go on this one. It is living in my cute little llama bag. I have this lovely pin. It says, "The Yarn Life." Can you even see that? Mom's Clifton bag lived in this llama bag. Can you tell the difference? No. So yeah, once this is done, I think that's when I will ask for testers. So, those are all the makes in progress. I am going to start a 5th one this afternoon. Sorry, I've got wolf fuzz all over my nose now. This one will be, I decided this is the year of the sock, so I definitely need to have socks on the needles at all times. This one is living, they're going to live in my Wonder Woman bag again. This is from Allegheny Fiber Arts. I have my Crochet Luna pin on there, and then I also got this lovely pin. While on the cruise it says, "Who Wants to Be a Mouseketeer?" which was a game show that we went and watched, and I actually won a pin. I didn't participate in the game, but I got to win a pin because they were just handing them out afterwards. Anyway, so the next sock pattern that I'm going to try is actually from my friend Wendy, who told me about her table, or her placemat sock blockers. This is her basic toe up sock pattern. It's free on Ravelry. Yeah, I'll leave a link down below. From what I understand, like, her patterns are really easy, although she only does knitting patterns. But anyway, so I'm excited to start that. My heels and toes are going to be this lovely, it's a mini, I don't even know what company, what brand this is. The base is 75% superwash extra fine merino, 20% nylon, and 5% Lorax, which is that sparkle. Can you even see the sparkle in there? A little bit. So that's the heels and toes for that. And then I split this yesterday. This is my rainbow socks. This yarn is West Yorkshire Spinners in the colorway Rum Paradise. Do I have the tag for them? I do. It's their signature 4-ply. So it is 75% wool, 25% nylon. And so those will be started this afternoon when I get back from O'Hare and I can relax. Then, so I did a couple episodes ago where I talked about my Make 9, and I was still waiting for a skein of yarn to come. Well, it's here. So this is part of my Make 9. There will be a pair of socks. Again, my Make 9 is me just trying to learn knitting, different knitting techniques. Most of it is socks, trying different sock patterns, trying different heel patterns, all of that. So this yarn is from the Lemonade Shop. Oh, and on the back she has her how to do a Kitchener toe. This yarn, oh my goodness. It's on her simple sock. Here it is. So it is 80/20, so it's superwash merino nylon blend. It's in the colorway Laguna. That teal and that purple. And there's some pink in there. See it, pink and speckles. Oh my gosh. This is so gorgeous. I can't wait to start this one. Of course, I have so many others that I'm like, can't wait to start those socks. Can't wait to start those socks. So I'm excited. That's it for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your subscriptions, your comments, your likes, all that. And I hope you have a good time with your crafting, your crocheting, your knitting, your sewing, whatever you do. And I will see you when I see you, because tax season, who knows. So yeah, have a great day. God bless. Bye. Okay, quick update. I don't know if you noticed when I presented my ebbing tide shawl, but I was doing the cables all wrong. Like, I kept looking at it like, why do these not look right? Why do they not look right? I couldn't figure it out. And then it hit me. You've been doing them all wrong. So instead of, it's like on the one side, you're supposed to do a back post double crochet. I was still doing a front double crochet. So I was doing it all on the wrong side. That's why my cables looked horrible. I thought it was the yarn, but no. It was me. Anyway, so today at work, in between phone calls with tax season, I frogged everything that I did and redid it. So here you go. This is the correct Ebbing Tides shawl. And here you can see these gorgeous cables done the right way. My lovely snowflake progress keeper stitch marker. So when I showed it to you, I was to this row here where my Nassau progress keeper is. And then, so I worked back to where I was and then more. So, here we go. Let me do it the correct way. Okay. Let me tell you, tax season is a pain. Can I just rant for a little bit here? Okay. When you call for an appointment to get your taxes done, I'm going to ask you some really hard questions. Number one, when do you want your appointment? That's not a hard question, really. And if you say whatever, whenever, I'm good, and I give you a time and you're like, oh no, I can't do that time, I can only do these times, then you don't mean whenever. Frustrates me. And then the other hard question I'm going to ask you is, what's your phone number? So we can call you the day before to remind you of your tax appointment. We have one gentleman every year who is like, I don't know my phone number. Can't you just look at the caller ID? Sure, I can do that. But you may be calling from a work phone, or you may be calling from a home phone, or you may be calling from a cell phone. I don't know which phone number you want me to call to remind you. Sorry. It was just a frustrating day today because there were lots of people who were just like, oh, whatever. Okay, let me tell you what I can do for you. Oh, no, that won't work. Okay. And this cough, which is only aggravated when I talk, that's fun answering the phone for that. Anyway, okay. Good news is I figured out what I was doing wrong. I've now fixed it. My Ebbing Tide shawl is well on its way. And it'll be nice and warm and cozy for me to wrap up in during tax season. Alright. I'm done rambling. I'm done ranting. Just wanted to show you an update on my duh Lori moment. Gotta be real here, right? Alright. I will see you later. Have a great week. Have a great day. Whenever you're watching this. Bye.